Welcome to the Advanced Hiring System e-course. Hi, I'm Alan Fendrick. If you're looking to avoid the pain that comes from hiring dud salespeople and instead to hire salespeople who really can sell, this e-course is for you. In fact, if you follow the steps in this e-course, you're going to find your ability to not get fooled into hiring losers is going to change forever. I learned how to hire salespeople when I had a sales team of 200 salespeople. Through a lot of good luck thinking up a hot product in the mid-1990s, my company found itself in the position to drastically build our sales team. As a sales manager, I had experienced hiring 10 to 15 salespeople, and now I was to hire 100 salespeople a year. By the end of the second year, we had 200 salespeople on staff, great for growth, except our top 40 salespeople were producing 4/5 of our revenue. The 80-20 rule was hurting our ability to be profitable. 160 of our 200 salespeople were weak. We were constantly in danger of turning them over at any minute. Looking at the production numbers, we asked, what was it about these top 40 salespeople that made them unique? What was it they held as valuable? What was it in their personalities that made them great salespeople? I became a man with a mission. I needed to figure out why these few good salespeople were produced, while most sales hires failed. A retired accountant forced me to think analytically. He helped me realize that if I could figure out what made these 40 top performers effective, I would increase our revenue. Better sales hiring is more valuable than any training, packaging, or better leads. Because I had a large sales team, I was able to test and compare hiring strategies, and I figured out what I called the 6 basic rules of sales hiring. In 2003, I sold that company and retired for 6 months, long enough to realize I didn't really want to retire after all. And since then, I've helped nearly 1,000 managers learn the system I developed. I created this e-course to show managers who are fed up not being able to hire salespeople with more confidence. It's free, and there's nothing held back. There are 12 lessons in the first part of the course, then 12 additional lessons to clarify the details. There's no perfect way to select salespeople, but there are better ways than most do it. Do you review a bunch of resumes or LinkedIn profiles, sort for previous work experience, or better yet, previous industry sales experience? That process, I've discovered, has never worked and will never work. Stay tuned. Next issue will reveal the one secret to hiring top sales performers.